while North America is really popping off, New Japan Pro Wrestling is in a bit of a building role right now. Let's take a look at New Japan Dominion. This one's coming to you from Osaka Jo-Hall, coming up very late tonight, early tomorrow morning for those of us here in North America. Let's just run through this card here right now. Again, a reminder for those of you who are watching on YouTube and on Dailymotion, this one is available now for podcast listeners exclusively on the Living Room Lariat podcast. That is going to be a podcast that is an accumulation of all the wrestling content from Couch Potato throughout the week with a few originals, much like this. So that's where a lot of New Japan TNA type of breakdowns are going to live. So Living Room Lariat definitely going to be for the hardcore wrestling fans out there. So let's dive right in. You have the Bullet Club War Dogs, Drilla Maloney, Clark Connors, Taiji Ishimori, and Chase Owens taking on House of Torture, Sonata, Ren Narita, Yujiro Takahashi, and a opponent to be determined. I'm happy we are getting this out of the way early, which I can't believe I am saying about a match that features Taiji Ishimori and Sonata, but I, like everyone, have been over the Bullet Club stuff for a very, very long time, and this Bullet Club Civil War, neat, is the extent of what I feel of that. Neat. Let's move on. You have El Phantasmo and Shota Umino with Goto taking on TMDK's Zack Sabre Jr. and Ryohei Iwa with Hartley Jackson in a tag team bout. On the one hand, it is interesting that Umino is going from main eventing Tokyo Dome to second on the card, but a few intriguing pieces in this with El Phantasmo, who has the amazing moment at Wrestle Kingdom, and Zack Sabre Jr., the former champion, Oiwa, who is one of the like up and comers that this company is very excited about, and so it's a good spotlight still. Umino is obviously still a very polarizing figure when it comes to this company. I think that he is one that the company still has very high hopes for, but it hasn't clicked at all. And I think a lot of that is on how they used him. I think a lot of that is on the performer. So there's a lot of high level talent around him in this match. He has a lot to live up to getting into it. You have Hiroshi Tanahashi taking on Yuya Uemura in a singles bout. Sorry for the pronunciations here, folks. I'm a bit out of practice saying a lot of these names. Haven't talked as much New Japan on the show this year as I would like. Tanahashi continues the retirement tour. It's a match, an elevating opportunity here for Uemura, who is, again, another one of those young pillars that this company wants to build up on. This is a company in a rebuilding time. You know, like obviously, they lose Okada and Ospreay, and I don't think they were anticipating that. Naito, I think, very clearly showed at Wrestle Kingdom that his best work is behind him, and now he's just gone from the company along with Bushi. Like there is now a real need to build up stars in a way that this company just hadn't before. And so now for Tanahashi in his final year to try to give at least a bit of that rub to Uemura is interesting. It does feel like a little bit too little too late, but I think it's going to be an interesting match. The IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles on the line as Yo and Master Wato defend the titles against Sho and Yoshinobu Kanemaru from House of Torture. Yo and Master Wato, it's a fun tag team. I want more for Sho, obviously. We talked before about where I'm at with House of Torture. Not positive. So I would like more coming out of that. And I certainly would like more for a Master Wato. I think that the gimmick has ran its course a little bit. And I think with something a little bit more serious, there is star potential in Master Wato because he has really developed into a phenomenal in-ring performer. And I think Yo is very good as well. Like there's a lot of talent here right now as they build up the junior heavyweight tag team division. The IWGP Tag Team titles on the line with the United Empire of Great Khan and Callum Newman defending against Tomohiro Ishii and Taichi in what is a tag team that I never thought I would see. And I am so endlessly fascinated by. I think this match is going to be great. I think the world of Great Khan as a performer. Ishii is obviously one of the greats of all time. And Taichi is just fun. And Callum Newman is very, very strong as well. Like this is going to be a very fun match. And that is one thing here with New Japan is like the stars have not been built up in time to kind of keep the role going that they had. So they did have to take a step back. But there is still a lot of very, very talented wrestlers in this company to build on. And I think that is something they maybe need to get back to, is being that high work rate, strong style type of a company. Not that they've fully gone away from that. You still need the star power to go with it. Like there was an aura to Shinsuke, there was an aura of Tanahashi, there was an aura to Okada. There isn't as much to a Great Okan or a Taichi, but you still have the high level wrestling with this company to build off of, and I would just like to see them get a little bit more out of that. Konosuke Takeshita, holy cow, tongue not helping me out on this one. That's one I've said before. Konosuke Takeshita taking on Boltin Oleg for the Never Openweight Championship. Takeshita, you talk about potential aura and star power. This guy has all of it. He is phenomenal in ring. He has every bit of the aura to back it all up. Boltin Oleg, I thought, was a real star, not star, but a real project for them to work on coming out of um, Wrestle Kingdom and Dynasty and New Year's Dash and all of that. And so this is a really fascinating match for me. If Takeshita isn't going to be doing a whole lot in New Japan as he's off in AEW right now, then maybe you just kind of let Oleg have this and have it be a big moment for him. But this is one of the things we talk about with the partnership. Like, there isn't a whole lot for Takeshita right now as AEW is building up towards All In. So let this guy have an extended run here in New Japan. Let him go. He went off and got married. Let him go hang out in New Japan for a little bit and continue that run and continue to be a star and stay active in that way. David Finlay against Evil in a dog collar chain death match. This will have all of the violence, and man, again, it's the Bullet Club thing that I can't with. I was so interested in Evil when they made the turn. They gave him the championship. I know a lot of people were a little sour on that. I was with it. I thought the character was amazing, and I thought it fit all that perfectly. I was like, this is going to be a great thing. And just the way they have done it and the way they have turned it into, like, it has become a descriptor for bad interference, is just, oh, this is a House of Torture match. Like, they have become a way to describe something that is not good. That feels like a miss from this company with him. David Finlay, I will admit, I didn't see it with this guy at first, but he has elevated himself to a level I didn't think he could get to. So, like, do I see this guy being at the same level of an Omega and AJ Styles or any of those guys as the leader of the Bullet Club or anything like that? I do not. But has he already gotten to a level that I didn't think he could get to? Yes, he has. So maybe there's a little bit more for him. I imagine he gets the win in this. Yota Tsuji taking on Gabe Kidd for the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship. I think, like, of all the pillars that they're building around right now, I think Tsuji's the one. I think there is so much with this guy. The look, he's got the character down. I think the in-ring is obviously there. Going up against Gabe Kidd, who is having a breakout year of his own, and now he is getting some opportunities with AEW. He has stated he is New Japan, like, for life. We will see. I think if he gets this belt here, then there is certainly an aspect of that. If he doesn't, then it does make you wonder if we're going to be getting the All Elite graphic sometime soon. And in the main event, it is Hirooki Goto taking on Shingo Takagi for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. I am forever a fan of Shingo Takagi. I think he is one of the better performers in the world. I think you talk about it factor, the way he carries himself, the character, all of it. The in-ring is excellent. I think this is going to be a hard-hitting, fantastic match with him and Goto. I love Goto as the champion currently. I think when you are looking to build up this new era of New Japan, we talked about it on the Wrestle Kingdom breakdown, but this is a guy who, he is not like a new wave, but he never got this opportunity before. So it still feels new. It still feels fresh, even though he is 40 and not a young up and coming prospect. This feels different. This feels new. This feels exciting. Takagi has had the belt before, and I think it might be a little quick to make that turn with Goto giving the belt off to Shingo. Although, again, like, it's January now, so it's been 6 months. But I guess it wasn't. It wasn't Wrestle Kingdom. Sorry, it was the next one after that. Sorry, New Beginning that he gets the belt at. So it still feels a little bit quick to do this. If you put it on Shingo, you are never going to get an argument from me. But I think Goto does get the win here. So my predictions for this, the Bullet Club War Dogs gets the win in the tag match. Sure. I think that TMDK probably get the win over Phantasmo and Shota Umino. Uemura probably gets the win over Hiroshi Tanahashi. I will say House of Torture does not get the tag team belts in the junior division, so I will say Yo and Master Wato retain. God, there's just something about Ishii and Taichi that has me thinking they're gonna, you know what? Title change, new tag team champions. We'll predict it with Ishii and Taichi. I think Boltin Oleg does get the never openweight championship. We will have David Finlay really finish off the House of Torture thing in the dog collar match. I will say that Yota Tsuji retains the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship, and I think Goto retains the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. So that is the preview for Dominion at Osaka Jo.